Dr Pathak sir, other distinguished senior citizens who have devoted many years of their life to provide voluntary service, members of the Sulabh family, teachers, administrative staff, students, trainees, and other friends. I have not come here to tell you anything. I've come here to learn about what can be done. I've known Dr. Saab for many years. I have closely watched the remarkable pioneering work that he's been doing for 47 years. What governments have not been able to accomplish, a single individual working with dedicated people has been able to accomplish, bringing change to the lives of people. It's from him that the government learned the idea that we must put an end to open defecation. For centuries, for nearly 5,000 years, we had accepted that open defecation as a rule. Nobody in villages questioned how harmful open defecation is. And when people came to cities, they brought their village habits into the city. If open defecation was very common in villages, it became common in cities also. And as slums came up in cities, things became worse. For many years, we did not pay attention to this problem. Open defecation affects health, it stunts the growth of children, it spreads disease, and it has many, many harmful consequences. Apart from everything, open defecation is an affront to the dignity of an individual. And as long as there is open defecation, what does society do? Society carves out a section of its own people and tasks them to do the dirtiest work possible. And we did not care about the dignity of that person. It turned out to be people from the so-called lowest caste who were asked to do the job. I think it's important that we put an end to this monumental indignity that we impose upon other people. We took up construction of toilets under the Hon'ble Abhiyan program. Now, ministers sit in Delhi, the Planning Commission sits in Delhi. We draw up a scheme and say, we're going to give money for constructing public toilets, common toilets. We're going to give money to help individuals build their private toilets in their home. But coming from a largely rural constituency, which I've represented for nearly 30 years, I found that this was not translating on the ground. So I told Mr. Montex in Ahluwalia one day, this is all recorded. What's the point of your sitting in Delhi and making these plans? Let's go and see what's happening. He has also written about it. So I took him to my constituency, which is not a very backward constituency, moderately backward, one of the better backward areas, and took him around the villages. Now what did we find? We found that public toilets, which had been built at great cost, were not maintained, were not cleaned, and after a few months became cowsheds. it became a den for antisocial elements to gather in the evening. And the private toilets built in homes, one half of them were working very well and were being used, but one half of them had been converted to storerooms. So while government can give money, government can make a design, government can make a program, government cannot change the behavior of people. That is the lesson we learn. Only dedicated people like Dr. Saab and his team can change the behavior of people. Which is why the toilets that Sulabh builds are a success, the toilets that government builds are only 50% successful. So I told Dr. Saab one day, you have done remarkable work which is recognized throughout the world. Not only within India, all over the world, if one man today is known for his lifelong dedication to sanitation, it is Dr. Saab. I told him, we have to take this movement to the rest of the country. I offered him land in my district and I said, I will help you build another complex here. He and I have had several discussions. We need one such complex in every district of India. And that is not difficult. It is not difficult. So much money is spent on so many useless programs. Why can't each district of India allot 5 or 10 acres of land, vacant land, not necessarily agricultural land, barren land, and the district administration told how to build a complex like this so that people can learn what sanitation is. Unfortunately, I've never been given charge of ministries other than finance and home. All my career I've either been in the finance ministry or the home ministry. The real ministries which touch people's lives are the Ministry of Rural Development, Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. These are the ministries that touch people's lives. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we are going to build a complex in my district. Land has been acquired. There is very little support from government. It's a tortuous process getting the approvals, plans approved. But now I think 95% of the work is complete. The compound wall is being built. And I've told Dr. Saab, and I'm telling you today, whatever it costs, I will fully support him to put up that complex. I know we cannot rival this complex. We cannot build it overnight, a complex to rival this complex. But I think we will try to do a good imitation of this complex. I've learned so much today. I've learned about the history of toilets. When the Europeans were boasting that their first toilets were in 6th century BC, your museum curator showed me that 2500 BC, India had toilets. Somehow, during the Dark Ages and during the colonial period, we seem to have lost all those good habits and fallen into bad habits. I think the toilet movement, the sanitation movement, will not only bring about a health revolution, will also bring about a social revolution because it cuts across caste. Caste is the bane of Indian society. It cuts across caste. It cuts across the caste differences that we have built for ourselves. I fully support whatever Dr. Saab has been doing, and I offer you my congratulations, my best wishes, and with anything that I can do to help you please do not hesitate to ask me to do it. But I sincerely hope that before 2016 is over, or at least before the financial year 2016-17 is over, by next March, we will be able to build a complex in Tamilnadu, in my district. Thank you very much for your warm welcome. You have showered me with so many gifts. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those gifts. You showered me with so many gifts. Thank you very much for your affection. Thank you very much for your good wishes. And I offer you my best wishes for your success. Thank you.